Hey guys, I'm Amanda Griffin and I am from Saskatchewan, Canada. I joined Zaya Active in February of 2019 and here we are 19 months later and I am speaking for you all. I'm not gonna lie, I freaked out when Sam called me, but it's all good. I'm just breathing and I'm so excited to be here. I am a double Zaya executive. I ranked to this rank 14 months after joining, and it has been a crazy, fun, exciting ride. And I have here Kassidy with me today.
Hello, I'm Kassidy Kissack. I am from South Dakota, the Black Hills. And I am a double Zaya executive as well. I started with Zaya in October of 2018. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I started a little skeptical with the opportunity. I wasn't really sure about it, but here I am. And I'm like shaking. I never in a million years dreamed that I would be right here, but here we are. And we're gonna talk to you guys about having a winning mindset and a growth mindset today. I'm gonna head it back over to Amanda.
Okay, so as you guys all know, I joined Zaya back in February of 2019, and this was a crazy start to how I kind of got Zaya in my mind. I was following my upline, Tracy, on Instagram, and I was just watching her. She was always like a celeb to me. She was one of my favorite Instagram gals. I have been following her since like 3 or 4 years, and she started wearing all these cute clothes and I was like, oh my goodness, like those clothes are so cute. I just want to wear that activewear. And I tried going to her link, like I didn't even message her or talk to her before. I just went to her link and tried adding to my cart. And unfortunately, the clothing was not in Canada. And so I was like, okay, well, whatever. So I just kind of pushed it away. And then after a few months later, I had messaged her and I was like, oh my gosh, girl, like I love your clothes. They are so amazing. Like I want to try this clothing line. And she's like, girl, like it just dropped in Canada last month. Like the clothing is amazing. And I was like, wow, like this is new to Canada. And right away, my wheels started turning and I was like, this is huge, you guys. Like, I want to be a part of this. I've been part of other MLMs where I just didn't give it my all. And this I knew was a fresh new product in Canada. And I knew that I had so many women that would love the product. So I messaged Tracy and I was like, girl, like, I want to do this. And then she gave me the price of the rep kit. And that's when it all kind of hit me. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. It was $553 to join in Canada at the time. And right away, my wheels turned and I was like, I can't afford this. Like we are living paycheck to paycheck. I don't think that this is possible. And Tracy was messaging me like, girl, like just think of the amazing opportunity. Like just put your money to it and amazing things could happen. And I was like, you know what? In my gut, I knew I needed this opportunity. I knew I needed it for my family. They are my why. There were some times in our life where I couldn't even buy milk or bread or anything, and it was terrible. Like I would be going to my mom for money, and when this opportunity showed up at my door, I was like, Amanda, this is it. Like you can do this. You can kill it. And that's when I just signed up on my lunch break. I was working my full-time job at the time and I was on my lunch break and I signed up and Tracy messaged me. She's like, girl, let's get on the phone. And I ghosted her. I wouldn't even answer her messages. I knew in my mind, I just wanted to do this. Like I knew I needed to do this myself. At the time, I didn't want any guidance. So here I am talking about mindset. And for me, this is a hard topic because I don't even know what my mindset is. I'm the kind of person that I am just a go-getter and I know what I want. And I knew in my heart deep down that this is something that I needed to work for me and my family. And I just went for it. So I set up my VIP group. I got a hold of my friends and family, told them to add everybody to my group. And since then, it has been a crazy, fun, exciting ride. My mindset is strong all the time. Like every day I show up. I show up for my family. I show up for my team. I show up for my customers. I just have so much hunger and desire for this opportunity. And I just want it to work. Like I knew that this needed to work for me. And I just jumped all in and I put my blinders on and I focused on the work that needed to be done. And I can tell you guys right now that I show up every day. If you guys follow me, you guys will see that there's not one day that goes by that I don't share the product. I always share the opportunity. I share how life-changing Zaya has been for me and for my family. And it's just been so great. So I always just work on my personal self-talk. I am not a negative person, and when I get into that slump, I just continue to tell myself, Amanda, you are doing great. You are doing so awesome. You're succeeding. You're doing everything, and I'm making my family proud. Like they are so amazed, and it's just been a life-changing opportunity. And I'm just so proud to be part of this awesome ride. And I just have a few things that I just want to share with you guys. And please answer these questions that I ask you. Don't get me wrong, I am human and I do have bad days. But as the saying goes, you can't live a positive life with a negative mind. So we all have the ability to reach for the stars, but how hard are you willing to work? So think about that. So when I joined Zaya, I knew I needed this opportunity to work for me. I had so much hunger to work hard, like no matter what. If I was working my full-time job, I would find time. I would go in the bathroom and post in my VIP groups. I would take breaks. I would do it on my lunch. If it was soccer or motocross, I would just find time to do a post or do a live. And I always like I was always scared and timid. And but even it's hard now for you all. It's so crazy that I'm speaking for 5,000 people. It's I've grown so much. And so we all have the ability to reach for the stars. So ask yourself, are you being consistent? And I mean, like, are you being consistent every day, excuse free? Like, are you showing up for your VIP groups? Are you and your team showing up for each other? Are you showing up for your followers? And do you create good daily habits? And I can honestly say yes to all those things. I show up every day. I wanted this opportunity to be something that could change my family's life, and it has. And they have inspired me and lifted me up, and they're always cheering me on. So are you spending time with people who inspire you, who are lifting you up, or are you spending time with people that are negative and talking badly about your business and talking badly about MLMs? If you are, you need to get those kind of people out of your life. You also need to be attending all team calls and trainings and listening to the advice from your top leaders, because they are the ones that are there to help you and they want to see you be successful. And are you eliminating things that are holding you back, such as watching TV shows or movies or mindless scrolling on social media or negative people? If those people are holding you back, or are those things holding you back, you need to push them out of your way. You need to dial into your business, because if you don't do the work, who's going to do the work? You have to do this for yourself and for your why. And do you have the ability to work through uncomfortable situations like live video calls, team calls, cold messaging? All of those things I was scared of and petrified of, but now I buckle down, because if somebody says no, it's just a no. You just move on and just keep working for things that you want to be successful in. So I'm going to tell you that you just need to step up and start taking action. You can set small goals and just crush them, and then set more goals and then crush them. And that is how you become so successful in this business. It's crazy how amazing this opportunity is. And you have to think of it as an amazing opportunity that you can succeed. Stop focusing on your weaknesses and start focusing on your strengths and the things that you have to offer to the people. And remember, it's okay to not be perfect. I'm not perfect, but I always show up for my team and my followers. And even the most successful people are not perfect. So I just want to thank you all for listening to me. I was probably rambling, but I am just so passionate about this opportunity. And if you ladies and gentlemen work for it every day and show up, I promise you amazing things are going to happen. It's just, I'm just so passionate about Zaya and how it has changed my life. And I just want to thank Aaron and Jeremiah and Zach and Brenda for this opportunity. You all, I just love you all, and I cannot even say thank you enough. And I will let Kassidy take over.
You were wonderful, so inspiring to listen to you. I'm like sitting here listening to you and like getting distracted with what I know I want to say, because you're like hitting me with all these things and I'm like, ooh, I like that, right? So the very first thing that I want to talk about, I feel like Amanda and I are different because she is like, I'm gonna go get him. Like she's confident. She just like exudes passion and drive, and I'm like, oh, like, I don't know if I can do this, right? And I've always kind of been that way. When I started Zaya, it was in October 2018, and I basically like decided I would start it and I would try. I would see how this goes, right? So I didn't start it with the intentions of being here today. No intentions of being here today. And that was what created my success, because in the past I had allowed comparison to get in my way. You guys know, I'm sure almost all of you have heard the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. And it's also the thief of success. Like if you are stuck in comparison mode, it is going to distract you from your goals. And so for me, when I started Zaya, there was nobody else in my immediate area that sold Zaya. So I just started and I was able to just be myself completely unapologetically. I wasn't comparing myself to someone. I wasn't trying to be someone else or copy what they were doing. I just got these clothes. I really liked them and I started sharing them, and I was excited, genuinely excited. And people picked up on that. And they wanted to be a part of it. Like I didn't actually think that I would start recruiting. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I love this. Like this is so much fun and I have to start sharing it, right? So not being in that comparison mode and allowing me to just be myself and start sharing Zaya and what I loved about it was the very best thing. And people automatically were drawn to me for that because they could sense how genuine and excited I was. And I wasn't trying to be someone else. So that, for me, I feel like is what kind of started my momentum. And for a long time, like with my other MLMs that I had tried to do prior to Zaya, I was always training, always just trying to get the training done. I need to learn more before I do something. And I heard the quote, imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. I'm going to say it again. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. So with Zaya, I was just sharing. I just was getting out there. I was talking to people about it. I was excited. I wasn't constantly trying to learn and be perfect before I did something, right? So that also propelled me forward because I wasn't worrying about just being this perfect little picture. I just went out and shared. Getting out of that comfort zone right here, right now, like that, the comfort zone is, I see it over and over again, where we just kind of get stuck in this place of worrying what other people think. And if you are not willing to bust out of your comfort zone, like you are not going to see success in this business. It's impossible to do well in this business inside of your comfort zone, because sharing and putting yourself out there is scary for anyone. I don't care how confident you are, it is scary. So I am constantly striving for personal growth. I didn't picture myself in a leadership role, and I still struggle with considering myself a leader and considering myself a powerful leader. So I lean into my upline often, and I'm coachable, and I ask for help, and I ask for the opinions of, not the opinions of others, but the help from others, right? From those above me. I watch the leaders that I'm surrounded by, and I learn from them. So be coachable. That's another thing. You have to be willing to ask for criticism and then turn that into growth, right? The other thing I want to talk about is having an abundancy mindset. I read a quote in a book actually that I was reading this weekend, and it said that you can take a drop of water and you can put one drop of water on a rock and it will evaporate quickly. But if you take that one drop of water and you put it into the ocean and you give that drop of water to the ocean, it will never go away. And I want you to imagine like what you are doing with Zaya in that way, like as the drop of water, right? You have so much to share and you have to be willing to share it. The more you give, the more you get. Don't ever feel like I have this great idea, I'm going to keep it to myself. Like that is the very, very best thing about this community with Zaya is how willing we are to share with each other, right? Like Amanda and I aren't actually connected in any way really, besides we're just the big community of Zaya, right? We're not on the same like downline team, but that doesn't mean that I'm not sitting here cheering for her, encouraging her, and wanting to see her win, because I want to see each and every one of you win, even though like technically, if you were to think about it, we would technically be competition in a way, right? But I don't see it as that. Community over competition, always, always. You will always have to choose community first. Let me see. I think that's kind of, oh, the other thing, and Amanda kind of touched on this, is to go for no. You guys, if you have any idea how many times I've heard the word no in the last 2 years, you would be like, why are you still here? Like, why haven't you given up yet? You've heard that many no's. But if you're not willing to like go for that no and hear that no, you'll never get a yes. You'll never get the yeses if you can't take the no's. So go for it. The very, very last thing that I want to touch on is personal development. I fit personal development into my day almost every single day. And for me, being someone who's not like a naturally like super strong, confident woman, I feel like it has been very important for me to constantly be seeking that personal growth. And so every single morning when I wake up, I have my earpods on my bathroom counter, and I pop them in my ear very, very first thing when I wake up. And I listen to personal development on Audible or a podcast, something, every single morning for 10 minutes or so while I put my contacts in, brush my teeth, get myself ready, make coffee. That is my time. So if you have a commute to work, like I challenge you to listen to personal development and then to talk to other people about it, because you will find growth in that. I would say 90% of what I just said to you came from something that I learned through doing personal development. So that kind of wraps it up. Amanda, let you go again.
Awesome. That was so awesome. So I think that we are totally different people. And I believe that anybody can take this opportunity and run with it. Like you can be like Kassidy, or you could be like me, who is somebody that just wants it and is living and breathing Zaya. I tell people all the time that I wake up every morning and that is the first thing on my mind, like from morning till night. I just want this so bad, and it is just so amazing. I was working a full-time job and now I am cut back to part-time, and this can happen. And my family, we're living comfortably now, and it's so great. Like it's mind-blowing, really. So
It is. And I totally agree with that. I mean, I can say I didn't start in a space where I was imagining being here. Now that I'm here, like I do have that hunger that Amanda has. But for me, I didn't start out that way. I kind of had to see it first. And then once I started seeing success, it was like, give me more, give me more, give me more. And I also, like, if you focus on sharing the gift of Zaya and really seeing it as a gift, you guys, like Zaya is a gift. And I don't have a problem sharing Zaya. I don't feel salesy. I don't feel like I'm trying to sell someone something, because I so genuinely believe in the opportunity in this community. Like, I am doing a disservice to someone if I'm not inviting them to grow with me and to do this with me, right? And I just focus on that.
Yeah, I totally agree. As the opportunity was given to me, I was like, yes, I need to take it on. And I also just love sharing the opportunity. So many women on my team are just like, why did I not, like, they've been following me for so long, and they're like, why have I not joined this community long time ago? Like, it's just been life changing for everybody on my team, and just everybody that I meet. Like, this is the first time I'm meeting Kassidy, and I've heard her story, and it's just been so great. And I am just forever thankful. So
Me too. And it's so nice to meet you and to hear your story and just be inspired by you. I know that I can't wait to hear all the other stories because I know they're going to be so inspiring.
yes,
And this is just really cool that we're here. Like 5,000 people, Amanda.
I
5,000.
know, and we did it! Yay!
I told my daughter, I was talking to her about it. She's 4. And I told her I was going to be speaking to 5,000 people. And she went and ran up to my husband and said, Dad, she's going to be talking to 756 people.
Oh, that is so
So,
cute. Anyways, I hope everyone has a good weekend and enjoy the rest of the speakers. And thanks
and,
for listening to us.
and thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself because it is important and you are worth it.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Bye, guys.